wealth, status, luxury, love and heartbreak. In our lives, there are possessions we wish to achieve, goals we seek to achieve, pain we hope to avoid. But if we achieve our goals, will we be happy forever? Does emotional pain last forever? Today, I'm going to talk to you about hedonic adaptation. Hedonic adaptation shapes our experience of happiness, and recognizing its effects can help us sustain long-term well-being. If you've never heard of hedonic adaptation, then I hope to help you recognize it in your lives. If you have heard of hedonic adaptation, then I'm going to give you examples of ways to manage it. I have dealt with hedonic adaptation my entire life. I have achieved goals, I've found happiness, and I've returned to baseline. I've also read books on psychology, along with studies exploring the effects of hedonic adaptation. So today, we will define hedonic adaptation, we will explore the research along with real-life examples, and we will explore strategies to overcome hedonic adaptation and find lasting happiness. The Wiley Encyclopedia of Personality and Individual Differences defines hedonic adaptation as the phenomenon where an individual's response to positive and negative life experiences lessens over time. When I was a young man, I had the dream of climbing Washington State's tallest peak, Mount Rainier. I had trained for years, and I finally made my way to the top. I was ecstatic, and I had felt that my life changed forever. But in time, that feeling lessened, and I returned to baseline, illustrating the effects of hedonic adaptation. So now that we've defined hedonic adaptation, let's explore real-life examples and the psychological support or psychological research that supports it. Will winning the lottery make you happy? The book Positive Psychology 101 gives us an example of this. A study of 20 lottery winners who won up to $1 million was compared to a control group. They found that despite the lottery winners seeing it as a positive thing in their lives, they were no happier than the control group. What about a pay increase or a promotion? Would that make us lastingly happy? It will make us happy for a while, but in time, we will adapt to it, and it will become the new normal. Positive Psychology 101 gives us an example of this. How much people are paid predicts a very small amount of their job satisfaction. Have you ever bought a new car or a new house and felt the excitement of it, only to see it fade in time? That is hedonic adaptation. And then perhaps we're looking for the next thing to buy in order to find happiness once again. What about a new relationship, the honeymoon phase? In the beginning, we're obsessed with each other. Each of us can do no wrong, but in time that fades and our relationship returns to reality. Hedonic adaptation also affects negative life events, like experiencing a breakup. Breakups are hard, but in time, people adjust and they move on. Have you ever lost a friend or a loved one? That can be absolutely devastating. But despite how painful it is, as time passes, people gradually regain emotional stability. Becoming disabled. Research shows that people who experience major disabilities often return to baseline after an adjustment period. Possibly the most famous study exploring hedonic adaptation, the Brickman, Coates, Janoff, and Bowman study, compared 3 groups. They compared accident victims and lottery winners and a control group. And they found that eventually the accident victims didn't appear as unhappy as might be expected. And they reported gaining some pleasure from their daily lives despite their condition, even being paraplegic. Now that we understand the impact hedonic adaptation has on our lives, let's explore ways to manage it. Research has found that there are ways to find lasting happiness. A meta-analysis by Sin and Lubermosky found that these interventions boost well-being and reduce depression. And this offers us hope that increasing happiness is possible. So how do we increase happiness? We focus on positive emotions like gratitude, being grateful for the things that we have in our lives, making people laugh, and a curiosity for the world around us. Also, choosing the right pursuits can help to make us happy. Performing acts of kindness, nurturing relationships, and the pursuit of intrinsic self-determined goals. If we pursue things that are important to us, we can find happiness. So we have defined hedonic adaptation. We have looked at the research as well as real-life examples, and we've explored strategies to help sustain happiness. Humans are adaptation machines. We adapt to emotions in the same way that we adapt to physical stress. And if we realize this, we can pursue meaningful things that can help us to find sustained happiness. Kindness, love, curiosity, gratitude, and happiness. Greek philosopher Socrates once spoke of hedonic adaptation. He said that he who is not contented with what he has would not be contented with what he would like to have.